is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Alrighty, good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, our whole panel this morning, Harry Glantz to my right.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing, Harry?
Doing well today. How are you? Beautiful
Really
out
good.
today, Harv.
A little help from Jeff over there, getting your computer fired up the right way. Got Alex Nafusi across the way. Good morning, Alex.
Hey,
Mr.
Royal
Royal
Oak.
Oak. What's up? Hey. And of course, Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty in downtown Royal Oak. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming back and joining.
Thanks for having us.
Always fun to have you on, okay? Get your appearance every other month or so. You got your appearance here on the show. I know business is booming. We're going to talk all about mortgages and real estate all morning long. Of course, the economy's been booming. U.S. stocks have been at all-time highs. They're showing that the economy had 138,000 jobs last month. Home values have risen. Be careful out there. I mean, there's a lot of good things going on. You can only mess it up if you don't get proper instructions. And if you're out there trying to buy a house, we're going to give you some guidelines on that and definitely pave the way for you.
Well, I think the approval process is become more and more streamlined with our firm. We have a great staff that takes care of you. And here when you call some firms, they give you the pre-qualification, and it's really not where the paper's printed on, quite frankly. And our firm, when you get approval from Capital Mortgage Funding, it's a legit approval. We run your credit, we verified your assets, funds to close, and it's good to go. It's basically as close as you can get to having a bag of money without actually having a bag of money.
Yeah, be careful with the bag of money thing, my man. People get in trouble with the bag of money thing.
Who got in trouble for that?
What do you mean?
What happened?
All the kickbacks that are going on. You ever read the newspaper? I mean, come on.
I don't get a paper anymore. I don't get a paper anymore.
Okay, so you
Because
go
it's
online,
depressing.
go to debtnews.com or freak.com.
I read the business section.
USA Today?
No,
That's
No,
it.
you don't do that?
No,
Wall Street Journal every day?
depressing. With Wall
No?
Street, I'll read that.
Okay, appreciate
I
it.
actually had mentioned it last week that a younger person come in the office, a first-time home buyer, Dan, and we sat for about an hour and a half. And, again, we were talking about everything. She already had the house picked out. So, then they did the inspection. There's some issues. But she said after the meeting, like, how do people do this online and stuff? There's so much to know about purchasing a house. Unless if you want to stay in the dark, you could go that route too, I guess.
Yeah, it's important to sit down and communicate with your client. I spend about an hour talking to them about how the process works, what's going to happen, what happens if the inspection doesn't come out nice, all different scenarios that could come up, and what we do if that does happen. So people have a better understanding and idea, and you're 100% correct. There's so many different aspects of buying a home that it's hard to grasp them all, and that's why you really need someone looking out for your best interest.
Well, here, case in point, Alex said that there are people getting out these crazy pre-approvals or whatever they're doing. This morning, 8:20 this morning, I'm online with a client of mine, and they basically said, "Hey, Harry, this mortgage company that's also a builder, one of Harvey's favorite people, don't say it on the air, has given us a conditional approval and wants to speak with us on a certain day next week." All right. So they're going to go over, all the vendors that they use to build the house and everything like that. And then they're going to try to throw in the mortgage. Well, here's the email that I sent back. I said, we have an actual approval on an extended lock that it will, take you through your closing date. There are no fees associated with it. There's just a deposit. The deposit's credited toward the closing. And by the way, it has a float down option within 30 days of closing. So let's go right now. Let's just say, for example, the closing date is December 15th. So between November 16th and December 15th, if rates are lower, you can lock it in, you get the lower rate. But you're locked right now at what the rate is right now.
So it can't go up.
So it cannot go up. If that's
it can only go down.
And there's no fee. The deposit that you pay goes toward all the transactional closing costs and or taxes and escrow.
Well, so these builders will steer you towards their lender, right? Of course, they're going to tell you, because then we know what's going on, we understand it. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, you're not getting the best deal. This is 100% truth. I've done many deals where we send to Alex that they're building a new home, and you guys beat the cost.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that.
The knowledge.
So some of the big, some of these huge conglomerate builders, you've got the guy building the house. You have to use their title company. They steer you towards their lender. So there's no system of checks and balances. No. Everyone's on.
Who's got your back, right?
Who's looking out for your best interest?
Yeah, we're actually dealing with that in a few transactions now.
Listen,
and again, I think there's so many facets of the transaction here. There's a lot to know. Let's talk about the knowledge.
I believe that, if you go to a specialist, right? You go to somebody who does one thing really, really well, not somebody who does a lot of things just okay. So if I need my knee done, I'm going to a knee guy. That's all there is to it. I mean, that's a simple analogy, but I like that analogy because it works for me in this example. So, anyways, I would tell you that you go. That's all we do. All we do are mortgage transactions. We're a mortgage banker. That's all we do every single day, many, many, many times during the day, and that's what we know. That's it. Yeah. Nothing's going to go wrong. Okay, trust me.
Likewise with real estate. When we opened Skyward 13 years ago, everyone said, hey, you should also open a mortgage company. I said, listen, I can't do two things. You can't.
You'd be great at that.
Yeah, right. So what do? We found someone that's superior in the area, and we have a great relationship. You guys don't worry about the real estate side. Any real estate questions, I know you bounce them back at us. Any mortgage questions, we bounce them right back at you, and deals get done, and everyone's happy.
Well, if you're just turning into the show here, we got the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Again, if you're listening across the country or watching us on Facebook Live, find a local mortgage bank that you respect, that has a reputation, that's been around a long time, and again, that has lots of knowledge to share with you. At the end of the day, let's just say all the fees and all the numbers are equivalent. Well, you better find something more positive, like some additional knowledge from the mortgage banker that you're working with. Again, there's a lot going on, a lot of facets of any transaction. Dan, you brought it up about even after your offer is accepted, then there's the inspection. What if something doesn't go right in the inspection? Do you have a plan? Are you willing to pay over and above asking price? And then more importantly, if you come back and the inspection does have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of miscellaneous repairs, are you wanting to negotiate that? Are you going to jeopardize maybe the seller saying, hey, you know what, we don't have a deal here then?
Well, listen, when you have a contract, you have a contract in place that says it's contingent upon the inspection. Once the inspection's done, you're looking for surprises. You're looking for stuff that are not on the seller's disclosure. If they say on the seller's disclosure is a bad roof, you make your offer based on you knowing it has a bad roof, and you're going to have to do that. But these are for surprises that come up. They're going to cost you money. Now, there's two ways of handling it. One, we want money back. Two, we want the seller to repair it. Now, if you have the seller to repair it, the language you want to put in there, seller to repair this prior to closing to purchaser satisfaction, right? Repairs can be different stages. So if you put to purchaser satisfaction, that helps you. Getting the money back, sometimes the lender, depending on what it is, they want to see it fixed prior to the closing. So you have to figure out, especially in FHA deals, you figure out, does it have to be done prior or after? So again, there's different ways of negotiating. But I always go in there assuming that the seller is going to take care of this because they did not disclose it and they weren't aware of it, so it's their issue to deal with.
Yeah, now sometimes these homes are flips, and again, they're investors, and they haven't even lived in the property. So they've done their cosmetic repairs to the home, but they have left some of the bigger projects up to the purchaser. And that's normal in today's transactions, that the information on the seller's disclosure could be blank, or it could be not as much information because they have not lived in the property.
Or they could outright lie to you. I mean, we've had lots of times.
You don't say. In real estate?
No evidence of water in the basement ever, right? In Berkeley.
That's so tough to prove.
So, Harvey, you said that the economy is getting better, and there's documentation of that, or statistics. I'm going to give you a statistic right now.
Okay.
Alex Nafusi, our partner in crime, serious mortgage banker, does a great job, been doing it over 16 years now.
Thank you, sir.
He emails me yesterday an appraisal, and he says, just a nice little bungalow in Royal Oak. Why don't you share with the audience how much that nice little bungalow in Royal Oak is selling for?
$699.
$699,000.
And it's sold.
Okay, and it's sold. It's under construction right now, right? So
yeah,
you built.
we're closing on it in 2 weeks.
Right.
We're doing
Beautiful.
It's 3,200 square feet. It's Patrick Ray built at Hill and Homes. It's an awesome house. I mean, it's amazing.
That's what the market's getting there.
I just can't believe that's what's going on right now.
We've said it for a very, very long time. Okay, you got to want to live where you want to live. You can always drive to work, go to work, but if you want to live in a certain area and that's your lifestyle and that's a positive thing, schools, shopping, restaurants, wherever you want to live there. Yeah. That's your lifestyle.
But that's about $220 a square foot, which is average for Royal Oak and new build. I mean,
I just don't remember when I was a kid, Royal Oak going for
well, you can't go back there. You can't go there.
Yeah, you're old now.
Look at one of my favorite cities in the world, of course, is Berkeley, Michigan. We talk about Berkeley. Look where Berkeley's come in the last 40, 50 years. You cannot play that game. You cannot compare eras. You can't do it in real estate, and you can't do it in sports.
Nice analogy, buddy.
Thank you.
I just remember, when I bought my first house in Berkeley, I think it was in 2001, maybe. Like 150 would get you a great house. I mean, It'd be awesome. And when I talk to clients now, they're like, "Yeah, we want to, stick around Berkeley, through there, Berkeley, Royal Oak, and our budget's 150." Yeah, I'm like, it ain't gonna happen, man.
Right? It's getting up there towards 200,000 now,
easily.
There's all kinds of reasons, Harvey. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. There's all kinds of reasons why these things happen. school district, location being on the Woodward corridor. Look at Royal Oak schools, Berkeley schools. When Royal Oak consolidated their school district down to one high school, okay, and everybody thought that was a bad idea. I mean, there was Don Darrow and there was Kimball, right? Two great schools. Well, when they just went down to one high school, Royal Oak High, everybody thought, what are we doing here? It's actually improved the value of the homes.
They're award-winning elementary schools, and middle school's doing great, and the high school is starting to fall behind as well. So, when you see people coming in and buying the $600,000, $700,000 house in Royal Oak, they're expecting a good education to come along with it, and that's happening now.
Yep, there you go.
All right, we're going to take a call
for the Woodward corridor there. I'm just saying.
Alex
sent me that email yesterday in the middle of the afternoon. I'm going, are you kidding me? This is great.
Joke.
I look at it and I say, this is great.
All right, whether or not you want to live in Ann Arbor, downtown Plymouth, way out on the east side, anywhere in Macomb or in Oakland County, be sure to keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. When we come back, all of your questions.
Spas, Hot Tub Swim Spas. Save thousands at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Nova. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
There is nothing like the sound of winning. At BP, we like that sound so much, we decided to make a gasoline to help you feel that way all the time. BP Gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine, and with continuous use, it can give you more miles per tank. Talk about a win-win. BP, our best fuel ever.
Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
What if you could sell your home for 18% more money? What if you only had a one-day listing contract where if you weren't happy, you could cancel it at any time? What if your realtor would guarantee that your home will sell at a price and deadline that's acceptable to you, or he'll step up and buy it himself? Hi, my name's Mark Z with Keller Williams, and that's all part of the Z Guarantee. Call me, Mark Z, today, or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Call 844-SOLD-BY-Z.
What if there was a paint where each drop was engineered, mixed, analyzed, and perfected to make it smarter than you ever thought possible?
Announcing our summa cum laude graduates.
So when a color didn't go on evenly, it would go on high alert and reshuffle each pigment to reveal its truest, richest state. If a paint could realize the fullest potential of any color, is it still paint? Aura Interior from Benjamin Moore. Only available at independently owned paint and hardware stores.
Hi. A couple of weeks ago, my car started
squealing?
Yeah. So I want to replace my
brake pads.
Wow, you really know your
stuff?
Well, I've got a lot to do. I think I'm going to need some...
coffee?
Yeah.
At Advance Auto Parts, we have the quality parts you want to get the job done. Okay, it's starting to feel really
weird? Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
Hey, business owners, you ever wonder how you can save money while making your business more energy efficient? Well, Rosanna from DTE Energy is here to tell us how. Hi there.
Hello.
So, how can a small business learn to save?
Well, DTE offers a lot of online tips, rebates, and cash incentives that can help improve their energy efficiency.
That sounds great.
We also consult with customers to teach them about specific changes they can make to help manage their energy usage.
Oh, so real-life people have already done this?
Oh, yeah. In fact, take one of our customers, John from Florentine Pizzeria Ristorante. He was able to make many small changes that really added up to savings. I'll let him tell you.
DTE has taught me so many things. Since working with them, we've installed a programmable thermostat, LED lighting, sink aerators, and a pre-rinse spray valve for the kitchen sink. I'm actually saving about 10% on my energy bill every month.
I bet you also make one tasty pie.
Our customers really seem to think so.
To learn more about how your business can save, visit DTEenergy.com/save now. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
This spring, Lowe's is helping you save big by offering great deals for all the projects on your to-do list. Add beautiful color to your landscape with select 12-pack annuals, now 2 for $16. And for soil to plant them in, get Miracle Grow Garden Soil, now 2 for just $12. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid May 31st through June 5th. While supplies last. U.S. only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
There are two things every parent wants when their child goes to college. For their child to do well and a way to afford it. Now, with Discover Student Loans, parents can have the best of both worlds. Not only do our loans cover up to 100% of school-certified costs with zero fees, but we'll give them a cash reward for each new student loan if they earn at least a 3.0 GPA or equivalent. That means every A in history or B in math could help them earn a cash reward for good grades. Just one of the many ways we treat you like you'd treat you. Apply now in 15 minutes or less at discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D-Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D-Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas. Get answers before you have questions with vehicle diagnostics and more. Hum by Verizon is the technology that connects you to your car. Learn more at hum.com. The 97.1 The Ticket studios are powered and protected by Guardian Alarm.
You've got a question? We've got an opinion.
97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 9:17 if you're just joining us. Beautiful spring day out there. June 3rd, 2017. It's Capital Mortgage Funding's Hardcore Mortgage Show. You can call us at Capital all week long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We have a full staff all weekend long. Get that approval letter. Also, sit down and get that knowledge behind you. That knowledge is going to help you make great decisions, give you the confidence to move forward. Again, tons to share with you. If you'd like to join the show live, 248-539-9797. We always want to hear from you. It's been about 10 years since the bubble now. Would you believe it? It's been about 10 years since the bubble. And again, home values have really trickled up. So a lot of families out there, and I've been getting a lot of calls that have bought homes in the last 5 to 7 years. More specifically, anything that you bought in the last few years probably has a little bit of built-in equity. And we see many families taking advantage of debt consolidation, consolidating some of their debt. Of course, we don't want you to get into too much of trouble there.
Well, when we were going through it, it was there were dark days.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, we said our area in Michigan, we're always the first to go in and the last to come out. And it's taken 9-10 years. And that's a normal cycle when you're in a recession. And that's what it was. It was a recession, borderline depression. More homes than ever before were in foreclosure. More people lost their jobs. And we've come out of it, and it's taken about 10 years. And that's a long cycle. I mean, there were a lot of people in very destitute situations, and it was serious. Now, there are pockets that have come back, and they've come back more than the values were in 2005, 2006. But there are still some areas that haven't come back. And that's
Which
what
might never come back.
And they might never come back. That's true. Because there are, look at home ownership rate was at an all-time high back at that point in time. Right?
Right. I agree.
And I believe that, I believe home ownership is a privilege. It's certainly not a right. You got to be able to buy a home and maintain it and pay for it and all that kind of thing. And there's going to be, I rented for a long time. I mean, if it might be better for people to rent. It might be better for people to own homes. And why do I say it that way? Because it's up to the individual. You have to do what's best for your own individual circumstance. And you just can't say, listen, renting's better for me. How do you know renting is better for you? Take a look, sit down with a professional, and go over it. Renting might be the worst thing you can do because you might be throwing out of money.
But you know what? Some people just don't care. Some people just they just don't care.
It might be easier to rent. It might be easier because all you do is you walk in, you open your door.
Yep.
You go to your refrigerator.
You go to work. You go home.
Right.
You cut the
you
lawn.
don't have to take care of it.
All you got to do is put food in your fridge, and that's it.
And by the way, I might be the only mortgage guy that agrees with that.
Yeah,
if that's what's best for you, go ahead and do it. Right. Because you've got to be comfortable with home ownership. It's not only the house.
It's a responsibility.
Hey,
you got to get your ass out there and find that dog.
You go find that dog, brother. You go find that dog. Look, hey, Miss Lippy.
You don't get back looking after an hour.
It is. That's right. It's a responsibility. Utilities, there's landscape, there's everything that goes along associated, paying the taxes, insurance, everything, maintaining the roof, the furnace. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts.
There's some good stuff at the end of all that is that you could potentially own a house free and clear and have a roof over your head, and then you're only responsible for the tax and insurance.
There's no question that the financial gain, if you stick it out, and again, I'm the only mortgage guy that's going to tell you, there's no guarantee that values continue to go up. We saw that in the last 10 years. So
there's no guarantee of anything.
Right.
Who said you
So
get a raise every
so
year,
you-
January 1st?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you quoting me now.
I got you, man.
Thank you.
I'm stealing your stuff.
Hey, we have open
I'm
lines all
borrowing it.
morning long. 248-539-9797. Not to steal your thunder there, Harry, but pending home sales in April has actually slumped a little bit. The activity is weakened by the weak supply. Of course, Dan, you know all about the weak supply
There's
out
not
there.
a weak supply.
Foot traffic, we'll get to you later.
And not
Foot
in metropolitan
traffic.
Detroit. Not in Detroit. Not in metropolitan
Foot
Detroit.
traffic is really strong, Dan. There's no doubt about that. There's lots of buyers out there.
There are buyers out
foot
there.
traffic.
In the supply, let's call about
Foot traffic.
Yeah, qualified homes out there are in a weak supply, meaning priced right and show well. There's a lot of homes that have been on the market for a long time, and there's a lot of homes on the market that are overpriced. So, but good qualified homes that are saleable, is what we call it, are in short supply, without a doubt. And that's why you see the buyers are backed up and you see multiple offers.
Dan, because of the area that you work, there's a lot of investors that have come to you over the last handful of years, more importantly over the last 20 years. And of course, they've owned these rentals. But look what the rents are going for. I mean, it's really outrageous. To rent a home in a city is like yours, if you're in Royal Oak, it's $2,000 for almost all the homes.
Yeah, and as a landlord, if you can cash flow each month, right, and you have to take, there's things to consider is vacancy rate, surprises of broken down water heaters, furnaces. But if you can cash flow each month, that's what you're looking to do. And the longer you can keep a tenant in there long term, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to be making some money.
Maybe also some of the cause for some of the shortage of homes out there has been because of the rent. The investors got out there and they bought 10, 20 homes, and you know what? They like the cash flow. Even though that house is worth another $50,000 or $100,000 now, they're not in no position to sell it. They can have the cash flow coming in each and every month.
And just for the lot alone, the dirt is worth money now in that Woodward corridor. If you find a home that is dilapidated, chances are they're going to go and someone's going to buy it, a builder, tear it down and build on it, and build one of these $700,000 houses. Buy the lot or the house for $150,000, tear it down, and there's money to be made still. These builders are making 30% on their money.
But in May, listings went up.
Yes.
Okay, listings are up. There are more buyers out there, and it's all relative to the weather. Okay, we had pretty shaky weather throughout April, middle of May. Middle of May. So people don't put their house on the market, Dan, and you know this. This is your area. I should stay in my own lane here, but you know that people do things when the weather's nice.
100%.
Then they come out in droves looking at houses, and if they're saleable homes, they're going to be snapped up on the market. That's what's going on right now. We're seeing it. We had an incredible May in terms of mortgage applications. We're going to have a great June and July and August because we can already see it. I mean, you're talking about record months here in the last 2 or 3 years. And 2017 wasn't supposed to be as good as the previous 2 to 5 years. Now, the volume of homes, the number of transactions might not be the same, but you know what's going to be better? The sales prices. Because the value of the homes have gone up, the sales prices are up.
Right, and people are willing to pay out of pocket if the appraisals come in.
So all the people that waited 2, 3 years, 4 years, that are getting in the market now, they're ready to go because they've also saved more money. Theoretically, right? They've saved more money. Some have saved more money.
Sure.
Some were diligent, but people are jumping in the market now. They're jumping in because the market is still very hot.
But you know what we're seeing now is school's going to let out here in the next couple of weeks, right?
And then it's going to go crazy too.
We're going to have more listings come on the market there, and you're going to see people are not ready to put it on the market until school's out. And you're going to see, so if you're on the fence there, I'm not going to say wait, but there might be some more options here in a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, you never know. A couple of weeks could be a big difference
Double
here.
D, Dan Dubinsky, wait a couple of weeks,
and
baby.
of course, Dan, the shortage of the marketplace has been the sellers out there. And again, even if you're downsizing, for example, you have to be careful. You have to make sure that not only will you be able to, obviously you can sell your house fast, can you find a new home, and will you be able to obtain a mortgage for it? As you get up there in age, right, your situation, your financial situation could change completely. You maybe no longer have the income you had coming in a few years ago.
Well, the timing is tricky. What comes first? You find the house, locate the home you want to buy, or do you put your home on the market? What we typically do is we take the people, find out what they want to purchase, go take them out on a Saturday afternoon and say, all right, we saw 10 homes or 8 homes. Is there something out of here that you think you would like? Not one of these. And if you think you see something that's out there, that's in your price range, that shows well, let's make it comfortable. Let's put your home on the market, and we can always say we can make it either contingent.
What can I do to put you in this house?
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to make it contingent upon timing to put you in that house, or you just take a leap of faith and say, I'll find something.
All right, so Double D, right now, what's going on in the market, and Harvey and Alex are seeing this because they came into my office yesterday and said, hey, what's going on with appraisals, man? How come appraisals are coming in low? So here's what's happening. People are buying homes now, and the appraisals are going out, and they're picking up sales from when? April, March, February, January,
People get better
December.
deals.
Okay, so the prices are obviously in Michigan, where we live, they're lower in the wintertime. So the sales, the prices are going to be lower. Now people are buying in the spring, going into summer, and the prices are higher. So what's happening is they're coming in $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 lower than the purchase price. So you know that as a realtor. You know that's going to happen. We know that as a mortgage guy, so we're advising our client of this. Okay, what are you telling your people? You know it's the time of year. That's what's happening.
Well, that's the question I asked Tomchek when he was on here a couple weeks back. Are
you referring to Mike Tomchek from Paramount Appraisals?
I am. And I asked him, what appraiser, if one property sells for this, you have a like-kind property, knowing the difference in multiple offers, will you increase that, right? You have to take the leap of faith of that. But it doesn't seem the appraisers are doing that. They are just looking at the last one and comparing it. So at what point do they start increasing it? And I guess it has to come to where someone's going to pay above and beyond.
I'm going to tell you when they're increasing it. They're increasing it when the sales price goes up. Because they have a comparable they can put down on paper, and then you can adjust to the highest sale.
But how does that go
here's
up?
the thing. Some of these appraisers, though, they're so... I'm not going to go on a rant.
Okay.
I mean, I did have one that came in $3,000 light the other day. How is that?
He didn't like you.
How is that possible? How is that possible? Like, seriously, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 253 in Royal Oak. It comes in at 250.
Right.
Really? I mean, come on, man.
Okay.
I mean,
come on, man.
They're so. was that Charles Barkley? Who does it? What was that?
I love
anyway,
that.
But the point being is that some the appraisers now they're so well protected with the new laws and new guidelines. You can't even call them and say not that you're going to accost them, but you can say,
I look at it the other way. I look at it the other way. Okay, so you're looking at it that way. I'm looking at it this way. They're more responsible. They have to take more responsibility. They're more protective. Remember, they're Rembrandt painting this artistic work of art, and that's their word on it, and they don't want to listen, talk to anybody. Everybody out there, everybody knows we can't talk to appraisers.
Some, yes, you're correct. I agree with you.
You can't talk to them.
There's more responsibility involved.
And you don't want to talk to them because if they feel there's undue pressure on them, then they're going to call the number, the 1-800 bad loan officer number, pressuring me number to get a value. There's a number out there.
Yeah, there is a number out there.
Wait, hold on. You have to have a conversation about it, though. You should be able to call and say, hey, man.
I agree.
I mean, here you missed this. There was a for sale by owner. It's not recorded yet. Here's the sale.
That's called a rebuttal. We allow rebuttals.
They don't want to talk to you.
9:27 if you're just joining us. We're up against a break here. When we come back, all of your calls, 248-539-9797.
Karsh and Anderson Middays.
Hi, it's Doug Karsh from Karsh and Anderson. Coming up on Monday's show at 10:35. This guy can help the Tigers, and they don't seem to want to use him. We'll discuss why. And at 11:35, he's a free agent. Detroit can get him, and they need to.
Karsh and Anderson Middays. 97.1. The Ticket.
Come celebrate the start of summer at Ray Wiegand's Nursery, where you'll find your inspiration. Ray Wiegand's Nursery experts can help you create the best gardens and landscapes for your home. It's a great time to plant beautifully flowering perennials. Right now, save on all 1, 2, and 3 gallon size perennials, all 20% off. All 12-inch geranium combo porch pots are now 25% off. And all Weigela shrubs are 25% off. Plus, enjoy the beauty of roses all summer long. Our entire selection of roses, all varieties, are now all 20% off. And make the most of your outdoor living space. Our entire selection of patio furniture and umbrellas are all 25% off. And there's great savings on much more. Be sure to visit our website at WeegandsNursery.com. Remember, for the best quality, selection, value, and service, buy direct from the nursery. Ray Wiegand's Nursery, since 1941. In Macomb Township, on Romeo Plank Road, we make it worth the drive.
One company, one global vision, leading the way in innovation. We are Hitachi Automotive Systems. Hitachi proudly sponsors the number 3 Hitachi Team Penske Dallara Chevrolet at this year's Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix, presented by Lear. Here's Steve Miller, one of Hitachi's automotive systems engineers.
The Hitachi team and I helped develop the fuel injection components used in all Verizon IndyCar Series Chevrolet engines. This innovative technology is crucial to delivering the type of performance that has led Chevrolet to win the IndyCar Manufacturers Championship for the past 5 years. But you don't have to be Elio Castroneves to experience Hitachi's products. Our powertrain, chassis, electrification, autonomous, and driver assistance technologies may also be found in your vehicle. Want to work with the most innovative team in the business? Check us out at greatengineeringcareers.com and be sure to join us at the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix presented by Lear June 2nd through 4th on Belle Isle. Come cheer on Elio Castroneves, driver of the number 3 Hitachi Team Penske Dallara Chevrolet.
Hitachi Automotive Systems, driven to win globally.
Remember the last time you were at the emergency room? If you weren't at the DMC, the waiting might have been the most painful part. It's not just it's the wait. Why can't they treat your emergency like an emergency? At one place, they do. The ERs of the DMC. These are the ER docs who are reinventing emergency care, who created the 29-minute ER. There's only one leader in emergency treatment, and there are 6 places to find them. DMC Detroit Receiving, DMC Harper Hutzel, DMC Sinai Grace, Huron Valley Sinai, and the dedicated children ERs at the Children's Hospital of Michigan in Midtown and the Children's Hospital of Michigan Troy. The ERs of the DMC, leading emergency care. Because we all know nobody ever got well in a waiting room. Visit dmc.org/ERWait for current wait times at all DMC ERs.
Switch to Sprint and get 4 lines of unlimited for just $22.50 per month per line. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T unlimited rates for a family of 4. And for a limited time, your 5th line is free. It's our best deal on unlimited, which works for you. But to make it work even better for you on radio, I'm going to read it with a robot filter that makes my voice sound cool.
Switch to Sprint and get 4 lines for just $22.50 per month per line. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T unlimited rates for a family of 4. And for a limited time, your 5th line is free. It's our best deal on unlimited. It's the best price for fully featured unlimited among national carriers with HD video and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot.
Call 1-800-SPRINT1 or visit sprint.com/unlimited.
Savings until 6/30/18, then $60 line 1, $40 line 2, and $30 line 3 per month. This with taxes, surcharges, and roaming. Streams radio up to HD 1080p. News up to 1.5 megabits per second. Gaming up to 8 megabits per second. Subject to credit. 30-day activation fee. Prohibited network use rules and data deprioritization. Savings claim prepared to advertise Verizon Unlimited and AT&T Unlimited Plus rates for 4 lines is at $517.17. Carriers features different. Coverage and offer not everywhere. Restrictions apply.
Spas, Hot Tub, Swim Spas. Save thousands at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Nova. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
It's time to start spring planting. So get to Ace, the helpful place, and get great deals on Miracle Grow Moisture Control soils and potting mix. Plus, Ace Rewards members get instant savings. Sign up and start saving at Ace, the helpful place.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Guardian Alarm. Tigers over the White Sox 15-5. JD Martinez, he almost got the cycle, came within a base hit of doing so. John Hicks and Mikey Matuk also went deep for Detroit. Al Avila, Tigers GM, addressed the media before the game on the status of the team and what might or might not happen before the trade deadline.
Well, I think I've said all along, it's really a long shot. I mean, right now at our payroll, it's really, even last year I told you guys it'd be a very tough situation to add payroll. But sometimes deals can be made where things can even out payroll-wise.
Because that's it. 4:10 today. All right, here on 97 when the Ticket, the first pitch. Tigers and White Sox from Comerica Park. Jordan Zimmerman, he's been struggling. 6.47 ERA against Miguel Gonzalez of the White Sox. He was a 4.38 earned run average. Detroit Grand Prix today, first of 2 races. 3:30 p.m. The Detroit Grand Prix Duel 1 today. At 3:30 tomorrow, the Duel 2. Elio Castroneves, the fastest practice lap so far. Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
Talking sports, loud and clear, 24/7, 97.1.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 9:34. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all week long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also live in the studio this morning, 248-539-9797. I'm Harvey Freed, Harry Glanz, and Alex Nafusi with Capital Mortgage. Dan Dubinsky, Skyward Realty, downtown Royal Oak. Always great to have you here, Dan. There's no doubt house hunting out there. You better get some experts behind you and get a great team. It's brutal in these hot cities. That's right. You're standing in line at open houses, jam-packed bidding wars are going on. It's not like a normal situation, but it's been normal over the last 2 or 3 years. The reasons why: all-time low interest rates, people are back on the job, and rents have gone through the roof.
What's the last ticket text say?
Oh, boy.
We're not going there.
Just read.
We don't read them.
Share it with the audience.
No, we don't read them. We don't read them. Don't do that. We're not going there. So anyway, from a loan originator standpoint,
someone was mean to me.
Just said it. Rates are at near historic lows. When they're in the 4%, a little under 4% range on a 30-year fix, when they're in the mid to low 3s on a 15-year. I mean, here's my point. Why do you worry every single day what interest rates are going to be. Okay, and here's an analogy for you. If you have a brokerage account in a stock market, if you're watching your stocks, your brokerage account, or you have a savings account, you're worried about how much interest you're going to make every single, you can't do it that way. It's a long-term play. You can't go to bed every night worrying about if rates are going to go up an eighth. All right, you're talking about 4% after tax in the high twos.
What are your options?
Okay? You can't forget about it. I mean, what are you going to kill somebody for an eighth in rate? Stop that.
For $20 a month.
Every loan officer out there, do me a favor. Lay your head down on your pillow at night and don't worry about rates. Now, unless you're that loan officer that's got rate locks stuck in your bottom right-hand drawer and you haven't turned them in yet. Okay? Don't play the rate game. It's a losing proposition. You cannot. It's a zero-sum game. Okay? You cannot win doing that. Rates are rates. Lock them in. Be done with it. You're done.
We have buyers thinking that they're going to wait for the rates to go down. You know what ends up happening?
Why? Where are they going to go?
You know what ends up happening is that the appreciation rate goes higher than they save
the home value goes up.
The value goes up and they lose money.
You got to
doesn't make any sense.
It's $8 per eighth on $100,000.
Especially now in the climate we're in.
I don't see it happening.
Worry about getting your offer accepted because that is the norm, like you said, Dan and Harvey and Alex. The norm is if you go into a situation, there are going to be multiple offers on a house.
I know, but here's the thing. No matter how much we try to coach our clients, some people are just helpless. They can't get out of their own way. And yeah, I mean, it's a matter of fact. It's not the truth is not. It's not debatable. I mean, it's a matter of fact. Some people are just helpless. They can't get out of their own way. I had a client the other day who bought his house last year for $250, and he said it's worth $350 now. He picked up $100,000 in a year, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll give it a we'll give it a shot.
How'd that work out?
Of course, it comes in at $270.
So he gained $20,000 in a year.
Beautiful.
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
We're doing his deal. He's saving $250 a month. Taking him out and dropping the PMI.
And he's
rates
angry
going
that the
down.
property didn't appraise for higher.
He's not going to close.
Yeah,
he's pouting. He's having a fit. I'm
Makes
like,
no
dude,
sense.
You're drowning in credit card debt. You got $50,000 plus in credit card debt. I'm saving $250 a month.
Yeah.
Well, and you're pouting and throwing a temper tantrum.
Well, maybe I'll
what, are you,
call him.
5?
Yeah, I mean, more knowledge. Yeah, he needs more knowledge on it. He needs, more financial planners involved and more good information.
That's why you got $50,000 in credit card debt because you're helpless.
There you go.
Hey, I got news for you. If somebody handed me a check every month for $250,
why wouldn't you take it?
Just threw it on my desk. Why wouldn't I take it?
Yeah, that's a good cash flow. Even just changing that up a little bit. Hey, refinancing has definitely been in vogue over the last few years. Take a look at that 15-year fix. It's, of course, been our favorite program. When you see what families can do with $300 extra a month by knocking and saving, knocking the term down to a 15-year. Again, you might be 1 or 2 or 3 years into a 30-year fix. Knocking that down to a 15-year fix. You will own that house free and clear before you know it. You get into it becomes habitual where you're just making the payment. Forcing the payment, again, if you're on a 30-year mortgage and you've been sending $300-400 extra each month, becomes a little burdensome. You might forget about it, but you lock into that 15-year fix. Find out if you can afford to do it again. It's usually 2 nights out on the town because
it's our favorite loan. And I had a client come in yesterday, and he's about 13 years in on a 30. He's got 17 years left.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put him on a 15-year.
Gets a lower rate.
He gets a lower rate. The payment's staying the same. And he's knocking off 24 months of his payment. Okay, so
24 times the payment.
24 times $1,200. Do the math.
I can't right now.
It's a lot of money. Okay, just telling you, it's about saving money. It's about putting yourself in the best position for success. And also, Harvey, we have that advertising campaign. We do loans everywhere.
Yeah,
we actually do loans everywhere in all 50 states, and we have people. I just got a text. We got somebody watching us from Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, fantastic!
That's crazy. Who watches us from Baltimore? Don't you have anything better to do, Jeff? I mean, come on.
No, that's good.
Anyways,
you can do that. Hey, 9:39. If you're just joining us, we have open lines this morning. 248-539-9797. Dan Dubinsky in from Skyward Realty. Always great to have professional real estate agents in. Get those questions asked and answered. And again, a lot of new people in the industry. Dan, some people don't even know what the next step is. One of the things I've been talking to a few people is as much information you can find out about that house. I mean, why not ask a neighbor if you're walking by, if this is a neighborhood that you think you want to live in? There's nothing wrong with maybe walking through the neighborhoods and maybe even talking to a few people.
I advise my clients to drive by that neighborhood in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And do it on the weekends, too, when you do have people walking around and you can ask them questions. In this climate right now, you want to put the offer in right away and have them walk around after the offer's in and see if they like it. But, you have the inspection. You can always get out of it for some reason. But
why are you smiling when you say that?
I'm just saying that sometimes you find something out that you don't like. Maybe there's like in Royal Oak, there's there's a Kroger being built behind some houses, and all those houses are for sale.
Is that what that old Fassard dealership's going to be?
No. Fassard, no. It's the I'm talking about the one on 12 Mile
wherever you might be buying a house, there could be some future obsolescence that's going to prevent you from.
People have to know what's going on in their neighborhood. The realtors have to read the paper, have to know what's going to happen. Are they putting this there? Are they putting that there? In Madison Heights right now, they're trying to open that the new a trash hauling bin where they're going to start burning and doing stuff like that. So you're seeing a lot of houses pop up on the market like that. Well, and if you don't know as a buyer's agent why people are selling,
they're burning trash.
What's it
incinerator?
Called? Yeah, incinerator. They're redoing that. It's a big lawsuit. I don't know if you read the paper. And
I don't get a paper.
No, he says he doesn't read.
I don't get a paper.
That's right. Well, that's why you're not a realtor.
You guys are my friends. Like I go to work, I see my friends, and write mortgages and call it a day. I mean,
so you're informed on what's going on in your community, and you need a realtor that does.
Yeah, the paper's depressing. I'm not going to lie.
Last week, I think there was a recent meeting with the National Association of Realtors, Lauren Shun, and I believe the Secretary Ben Carson was there from HUD, and they were talking about the experts say that counseling, again, they talk about education, and I'm glad that I hear more and more about this because it's really the thing that I've learned about the industry over a long time is that I find that the families that sit down and truly learn the process of home ownership and the exact what happens next, the expectations and preparation are so key. They've already figured it out. They're saying that that's the key to successful home ownership. Easy for me to say. Having qualified people teach you the process and educate you will give you an upper hand when you make your negotiations. There's no doubt about it. And now the Department of the Secretary of the Housing and Urban Development, they all have put it in the forefront. It's not about how you get those documents to the lender. Those documents are needed no matter where you go to get a mortgage. You have to document your income and your pay stubs and all of your information. Again, were you divorced and you're paying child support? That's part of the transaction. These are all required docs. Those 7 to 8 documents, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you get them on horseback over to the lender. It's not how you get them there, Alex. But the key is the knowledge you gain through the process.
And by the way, capital mortgage funding doesn't care. This is a Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guideline. I don't care.
What you're saying is we don't make the rules.
Yeah, I mean we have to follow the rules that are put in front of us. Right. I'm like we're like the middle guys.
Good stuff.
Well,
Tips to him.
really,
well, kind of.
All right, 248-539-9797. We are not getting any calls this morning. Again, it's a beautiful day out there.
You just told everybody that.
So, well, they can call then. Hey, we have an open line for you. Don't be shy. Give us a phone call.
Lake St. Clair.
All right.
I want to.
Join Dr. Jeff Pierce and myself, Dominic Hennig, every Sunday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. for Inside Sports Medicine. We break down injuries, prevention, nutrition, and important information that you need to know. Every Sunday morning from 8 to 9 a.m., only here on 97.1 The Ticket.
We know that DTE Energy does everything they can to provide safe and reliable natural gas. But what can we do to help keep it that way? John from DTE is here today to give us the details. Hey, John.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. So, what do we need to know?
When people start digging before knowing what's underfoot, they can damage natural gas pipelines.
Oh, so how can that be prevented?
Well, it's easy. Contact MissDig, Michigan's free utility notification program, before you start digging. In fact, it is required by law to contact MissDig at least 3 days in advance of any excavation or digging.
So, how do I contact MissDig?
Call 811, or you can visit missdig811.org.
Oh, so I should do that before I start on my in-ground pool?
Absolutely. Remember, call 811 before you dig, and MissDig will place yellow flags where natural gas lines are located. Wait till the flags are raised, then expose utility lines by hand digging.
So, do you want to come help me put in my pool?
I'll have to pass on that, but I will come for the barbecue.
Oh, fair enough. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Hi, I'm Fiona, inviting you to Bordine's greenhouse, filled with amazing annuals, perennials, and beautiful combination planters ready for you to grab and go.
You're right, Fiona. Bordine's makes it simple for you to add a splash of color all around your house.
And this week, all our stunning combination planters are $10 off the regular price.
Or if you really enjoy getting your hands in the soil, plant up your own containers and choose from acres of florific Bordine-grown annuals and perennials.
Bordine's, bigger, better, bloomier.
Hi, I'm Calvin Bordine, inviting you to Bordine's Patio Shop, filled with amazing home decor, garden accessories, and beautiful outdoor furniture. Perfect for relaxing on those warm summer evenings.
You're right, Calvin. Bordines makes it easy for you to enjoy that other room, your beautiful backyard.
And this week, all our stylish furniture is 50% off.
That includes dining, deep seating, fire pits, and umbrellas, all 50% off.
Bordines in Rochester Hills, Clarkston, Brighton, and the Bordine Farm in Grand Blanc.
Welcome to Subway.
Hi, I'd like, let me guess, the usual. Come on, mix it up a bit. Who are you? My conscience? No, your stomach. Let's try something different, like the Fritos Chicken Enchilada Melt. Enchilada seasoned chicken, crunchy Fritos corn chips, Monterey cheddar, topped with Chipotle Southwest sauce. Oh, wow, that does sound good. See? We should listen to me more often.
Introducing the Fritos Chicken Enchilada Melt. Unique flavor from a better Subway. Limited time only at participating restaurants.
For a limited time only, get WOW Internet for $19.99 a month when bundled. And get an additional $170 in savings with a free installation, free wireless modem for a year, and a premium channel included in your bundle. Offer won't last long. Visit Wowway.com for details. Wow, that's better. $19.99 a month for 100 meg internet when bundled with medium cable for $74.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Wowway.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
Get great deals going on now during Menards Crazy Day Sale. Save on Ultra Interior Flat or Ceiling Paint just $8.97 a gallon after rebate. Make your yard stand out with Forever Green Turf Food. Only $9.95. Right now, get double 3.5-inch vinyl lap siding for $1.98 each after rebate. Your choice of carpet or sheet vinyl, only 99 cents a square foot. These deals are so crazy, they're here for 3 days only. While supplies last, June 2nd through June 4th, during Menards Crazy Day Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
97.1 The Ticket has a totally new way for you to help the Student Heart Check program. Now you can support the Student Heart Check program by donating real estate. You'll receive a tax deduction while helping to save a life. Each healthy heart check costs about $10, so your real estate donation could help make a huge difference to many families who normally couldn't afford these screenings. To donate, go to cbsdetroit.com/student heart check. Then click on the red USA link.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 947. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all week long at the office, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. We got people there all weekend long. You got to have a great approval letter in hand. You got to have some strength and confidence and knowledge, and you're going to have great success as a homeowner. Let's move off to some calls now. I want to go to Tom first out in Fenton. Good morning, Tom. You're asking about the value of your home. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
No, good morning. Yeah, I was just, I bought a house a year ago, and so you know how you kind of still getting that vibe of looking. And I noticing that my house was built in the year 2000, 17 years old, and 2,000 square feet. But then I'm seeing houses in the same city that are just, maybe 2,200 that are built in the 70s that are being considered valued more. I was just curious, does the year not come into play?
The year totally comes into play.
Yeah, it comes into play, but it could be the location, the subdivision. Just because it's in the same city doesn't necessarily mean it's going to command the same amount of dollars.
Oh, it just said because of some of the houses that I've seen, it seems like they're in a sub that wouldn't be as valuable because they're near maybe a power line or stuff like that. It just
right.
So it's always been a curiosity of mine since I noticed that.
Well, keep a good lookout. Location. Yeah, it's all location. So, but Tom, I like that you're doing it. Even though you became a homeowner recently, you still got your eyes open. You're going to find out what's going on with values, and that way you become an expert in your area. And maybe one day you'll say, hey, now's the time to sell.
Hey, Tom, if you email us your address, we'll take a look at it for you. We'll try to give you an approximate value.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
All right, go ahead and do that. And
Thanks,
I'll do that for you. I've got no problem with that. I actually like doing that.
Oh, yeah. You love the appraisal stuff.
I do. I love the appraisal
Thanks
stuff.
for the call, Tom. 248-539-9797. Hey, we got a licensed real estate agent, Brad from Monroe. Hey, Brad, thanks for calling in. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, guys, got a little different type of question for you. I'm a 45-year-old male, have a business where I treat the public in my community, and I'm considering getting my real estate license just sort of to add a second income. I don't have to hit the ground running, obviously. Wondering what's the best little bit of advice you guys could give me.
To not do it.
Yeah,
no. Hang in there, Brad. Dan Dubinsky, Skyward Realty. Yes, sir.
Yeah, to get your real estate license, you take a 40-hour course. But, if someone's going to make the biggest investment of their lifetime, and most of the time buying a home, that's exactly what it is, I typically want someone doing it full time. I want someone that knows exactly what they're doing. They make their living doing that. It's not to put people down and do it part-time, but you can't, like we talked about earlier, can't honor two different jobs and try to be best at one of them. So, I would say either pick one or the other, because really, who are you?
Well, I'm making a living in my current profession. I'm just, building wealth as we get older.
Okay, and so you probably will work your circle of influence, your friends and family, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But to go out and try to do both sometimes becomes difficult, because I know I don't have enough hours in the day as it is.
Hey, Dan, would it be fair to say to him that if he found a broker that's willing to hang his license in the office and let him do it part-time, that'd be a good place to start?
Oh, without a doubt. And a lot of these brokers, though, they have part-time agents, they have full-time agents. You even have a couple that do
I know a few brokers.
Yeah.
And I've listened to you guys' show for a long time, gained a lot of good knowledge.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Hey, Brad, good luck to you and appreciate the call.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All righty, 248-539-9797. Let's move off to Angie. Angie from Canton. Good morning, Angie. Thanks for calling in and getting us rolling here. What's up, Angie?
I have two things for you, okay? First of all, the question is, I have a beautiful home. My subdivision, I'm the original owner for 17 years. I've tried to sell my home several times. I've actually had it sold. And one time it was because of the condition of the road of our subdivision. They just don't upkeep it. The people don't upkeep it. It's the same board members, okay? Mm-hmm. And even when I had it listed last year, my realtor was pressuring me, and I know I underpriced it, and I had it actually sold, and
No, you're done.
Dump
See
it.
dude.
Bye, we're done. Go next.
What a complete ass. Seriously, dude.
Hey. Let's just move on. Ignorance.
Hey, let's move on.
Ignorance.
Go
to the next call.
You're going to ruin my... Are you
Go next
serious
call.
right
I
now,
didn't
dude?
hear it. Hey,
Next
Ryan.
call, go.
Wait, we got a good one here. We got Ryan out in Sterling Heights. Hey, Ryan, good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Good. Got a question. I bought my house 4 years ago. I live in Sterling Heights. And my PMI is I pay a month on, the insurance.
Yeah.
And I have a 3.5 interest rate for a 30-year mortgage.
Right.
Would it even be worth trying to get that off?
Yeah, maybe. Alex, you know that answer.
It might be, Ryan. What was the purchase price on the house? How much you buy it for?
$125, and I'm at $109 right now.
We should look into it. Is it an FHA mortgage right now or no?
Yes.
FHA. We should take a look at it. I mean, you're at a great rate, but I think you might have enough equity to drop the PMI and go from there. But I mean, it's all going to hinge on the value.
What was that?
It's all going to hinge on the value, on the appraised value.
If the appraised value is there and you could get 20% equity established, and if you qualify for a conventional loan, potentially a conventional loan would rid the MIP that you're paying now. The MIP, again, the upfront, you already paid for that, but that monthly MIP is 0.85% of your loan amount. This could possibly save you between $50 and $85 a month. I think it's worth looking into, and thanks for the call, Ryan. We will give you a call and follow up right after the show.
Thanks, partner.
Really good call. Again, take a look always. If you're paying PMI or MIP, definitely find out how you might be able to get rid of that or better your situation. Sometimes a higher interest rate, Alex, forget about it. Sometimes a higher interest rate and getting rid of the mortgage insurance is better. Hey, let's move off to Jeff here. Jeff from Oakland Township. Hey, Jeff, good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hey, appreciate taking my call. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I have a quick question for you. As I was telling the screener, before I met my wife, I purchased a house in Waterford on Elizabeth Lake.
All right, that's where I bought my first
been
one.
paying it off, and then, of course, met my wife. We built a house up here in Oakland Township.
Great.
So essentially, I have two mortgages. I was fortunate enough to pay off most of the first one, so I have about $17,000 left on the mortgage. However, it's about at 6%. Purchased it back in 2003.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the question I have is, given the fact that it's 17,000, and the vast majority now of that is non-homestead.
Oh, okay.
Would it be? I mean, is it even worth it for me to look into consolidating the mortgages?
I would be. Is the second one a balloon? Is it going to come due?
No.
It's not a balloon. It's amortized over 30 years.
Correct.
In other words, could you take enough equity out of your Lake Oakland house to pay off your rental property, and would that be beneficial to you? It could be, yeah.
Well, it's not a rental. I mean, we're just keeping the house as a lake house during the summer.
Okay. Are you in Elizabeth Lake Estates?
Elizabeth Lake. It's off of Cass
Elizabeth, yeah. Okay, good. No, you can do that. Yeah, I mean, it might make sense for you to consolidate the two, right? You're keeping the first house as a lake property, so it's considered a second home. Look, we'll run the numbers for you. I think it's a great call. I like how you're watching to see what's going on in the marketplace. And, homes have gone up in value. I think that you definitely would probably be able to pull some equity out of your existing house.
Hey, Jeff, that's one of Harvey's areas of expertise. Harvey's a lake guy. He lived on that lake before, and he knows that area really well.
Actually, it's Jeff. Thanks for the call, and you just reminded me.
Sir.
I'm actually doing my little public PSA here. You have boater safety out there because we have so many great families out there that enjoy the lakes here, just like you enjoy the outdoors. And I'll tell you, I was out on Sylvan Lake last week. I just want to give a little heads up. If any of these people are listening right now, and you're a new boater, take a look at a little boating manual. The Secretary of State's office has them online and stuff. Follow the rules. Be safe out there. I don't want to hear any tragedies like we've had in the past. Let's be safe boaters out there and respect each other. And again, we are going to have an unbelievable great boating season here in Southeast Michigan. I had to throw it out there for the boaters, right?
It's good, man.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Also, one of the people that called in and we had to cut off. Look, subdivisions, associations, you got a budget for new roads, new roofs, all sorts of stuff. Forget about that.
Forget about her.
Hey, that music says it's the end of the show.
Loser.
Yeah. Hey, Dan Dubinsky, thanks for joining us from Skyward Realty. Again, if you're checking out, interested in downtown Royal Oak, any of the surrounding areas, check out Skyward Realty in Washington and downtown Royal Oak. Really cool office, great people. Also, we've got, I see Pat Caputo outside. We got sports, social commentary. For Capital Mortgage Funding, we will see you next Saturday.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
What if you could sell your home for 18% more money? What if you only had a one-day listing contract where if you weren't happy, you could cancel it at any time? What if your realtor would guarantee that your home will sell at a price and deadline that's acceptable to you, or he'll step up and buy it himself? Hi, my name's Mark Z with Keller Williams, and that's all part of the Z Guarantee. Call me, Mark Z, today, or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Call 844-SOLD-BY-Z.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
If there's one thing the pros at Advance Auto know, it's parts.
Advance Auto Parts and Batteries, this is Dion. How can I help you?
Hey, Dion, I need an oil change.
What kind of oil do you need?
Conventional.
Well, we have a special on 5 quarts of Valvoline for $23.99.
Wow, that's a great deal.
It runs real clean. It protects against cold starts, heat, and wear.
Perfect.
Sign up for Speed Perks, and you can save even more.
Okay, will do.
Now at Advance Auto, get